Hi guys, so it's a beautiful day out. I just had to sit outside. Been feeling pretty sick today, and I'm like, why am I inside when I could be outside? So here I am. But anyway, I knew from the beginning when I started my YouTube channel that there would come a day where I made a video about the hospital. And some of you who don't have POTS might be able to relate to this as well. But anyway, you walk in the hospital or you wheel in, depending on how sick you feel. And the first thing you notice is that everybody looks like they're suffering from the plague, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm coming here because I'm sick, but I'm gonna leave here with more sicknesses than I have. Somebody get me a bag, I'm gonna throw up. And you're scared to death, and you try to look around for like the least germy place, but there isn't one. You're like, maybe fewer people sit over here because there's less magazines over here, or maybe because you can't see the TV, there's less germs over here. And in reality, you know that no matter where you sit, you're getting germs. The other thing you notice is that it looks like everybody has been there for about 24 hours. Like, just a look around at people's faces tells you that this is going to be a long wait. There are like people, you know, like in sleeping bags on the floor. People have been camping out for like 30 hours. I've been here for 50 years. I think they're gonna call my name shortly. And there's always that one guy who looks perfectly fine, shooting the breeze with everybody. He's talking about nonsense. Well, yeah, back in 1992, my granddaddy gave me a toolbox. I've been using it ever since. I do carpentry. Well, I took a ride to Philadelphia yesterday and got myself a, what do they call those things? A frappuccino. It was pretty damn good. But other than that, I don't eat really too much sugar. My diet's pretty good, you know, aside from the occasional hot dog or hamburger now and then, but we all do that. And you're like, why is that guy even here? And it's so frustrating because you're like, that's one more person that's gonna go before me. Pretty interesting how these days they take your insurance card before they give you your bracelet. And he looks absolutely fine. And then you tell yourself, well, you know what? My illness is invisible. Maybe it's not right to judge, but in the back of your mind, you're like, get that guy out of here. He does not need to be here. I am suffering more. And you know everybody else is thinking the same thing about you. People are arguing over these arbitrary things. What did I hear that idiot just say? What did you just say? No, they give you your bracelet before you present your insurance card. Before. Because they're so bored and they're losing their minds, and everybody's at a point where they're just going completely mental. Oh crap. She's gonna act like that. I might just go over there and tell them I think I have malaria so they take me back first. And at that point, you're like, wait a minute, I'm really sick, but is it worth it? Like, am I really going to be able to sit here for that long? And especially with POTS, where you feel so lightheaded and you feel like you need to lay down, my thing always is, I don't know if I can sit upright for as long as I need to for the amount of time that I'm going to be here. So you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and there comes a point where you feel like you are never going to get out of there. You feel like this is it. Like, I'm going to die here. And even if you're not, even if you know you're okay and you just need IV fluids, or you just want to, you know, an opinion because you're having chest pain or whatever it might be, and you know you're okay, but there is a part of you that thinks, this is such a horrible experience that I'm going to die here. Like, it's not even because I'm sick, I'm just going to die here because this is so horrible. And you wish for an airplane to just take you out of there. I'm serious. I have actually sat in the hospital waiting room and have come up with these complex theories and fantasies. You know, I dream about like Prince Charming coming in and saying, Kylie, you have to wait no more. I will rescue you and take you back to the emergency room. You know, like I sit there and I dream up these things about me standing up and saying, no, I will not wait anymore. I must be taken back now. It's crazy. It really, really is. So then you go back and finally you're called. Kylie, and you go back to triage. If you wheel in with your wheelchair, people look at you like you are absolutely insane. Like, you know, you have two working legs, why are you in a chair? They come up with all these suspicions. Maybe you stole your grandmother's chair and you're trying to get sympathy so you get in sooner. So you're sitting there with these two triage nurses, and the first thing you notice is that there is not an ounce of compassion or empathy in their eyes. What's the problem? I have just been feeling so sick, like the pain, like I'm having pain in my face, and I'm just like really drowsy, really weak, just really feeling pretty bad. You feel like you're with two zombies. And then they ask you the question that all POTS patients dread. Do you have any other medical conditions? It's like a punch to my heart. Like, they ask that and I'm like, oh, I have to explain it. Yeah, it's called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. What is it? Say it one more time. Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Is it a P? Yes, like P-O-S-T. Postural. Are you saying P? Postural. 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 I think she said postural. I think I did learn this at one point. Postural. Orthostatic. You said orthostatic? I think that's what she said. Is that what you're saying? And what was the last word? Tachycardia. Like tachycardia. Alright. Cardia. I don't, like, I'm usually exhausted, I'm weak, but this is just, it's been really, really bad. Huh. We'll call you shortly. And by the time you leave there, you are just so happy to get out of triage that you don't even care. You're like, call me whenever, you know, call me in an hour, call me in 3 hours, just as long as I don't have to sit with those two creeps. It is that bad. And then you sit in the waiting room again and you wait to be called back, and that can take another hour. It could take 2 hours, it could take 3 hours, at which point you contemplate whether you should leave once more. You're like, alright, I already saw triage, but I still can't stand this, and I do need to lay down, and I just need quiet, because there is nothing worse than hospital sounds, the beeping, the IVs, you know, the people screaming and wailing. It's absolute hell in that hospital. Anyway, at some point you finally get called back, and then you see an ER doctor who usually argues with you about your condition because he doesn't understand it anyway, and that becomes a waste of time. And then you leave and you're like, did I seriously go through all that for this? But sometimes you just need that comfort. Like, you need, POTS is so debilitating and it's so scary, it can be absolutely frightening. And sometimes when you're in a situation where your heart is racing, or you're having massive amounts of chest pain, or it's something unusual, unique from what you've been through before, you just need that reassurance that you're okay. So yeah, definitely leave me some comments and let me know what your hospital visits have been like. I want to hear all about them. I hope you guys are doing good, and I will talk to you soon.